flag
the
of
flag
the United States
of the
United States of America,
and to the republic for which it
which it
stands,
stands,
one nation,
nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty
and
and
justice for
justice
all.
for all.
Amen. So as I mentioned, we meet every week. Mission here is to help each of us grow personally, professionally, expand our networks, expand our minds, expand our connections, all that good stuff. Even though we're DFW Veterans Chamber, we reach far and wide. We have people joining us from all over the country each week, the benefits of Zoom. We also meet in person. So we have a lot of local meetup opportunities. So definitely check out our newsletter. We'll talk about that at the end when we make announcements. Each week, we usually go through a round robin where we get to introduce ourselves so we can all get to know each other better. Please put your contact information in the chat, though. That's another way that we really encourage everyone to get to know each other. Reach out, schedule some one-on-ones, spend some time. I had the opportunity of having lunch with one of our guests from last week. He was in from out of town. So it's just a great way to connect and build a relationship. So be sure to put your contact in the chat. And we'll pass it on to Lee to lead us in the round robins.
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you, Irving. Thank you for getting us started. And thank you for that amazing rendition of the national anthem. We're going to go around, and I see that Alex has to leave early, so I'm going to give him the floor at the very beginning to tell us about him and his Circle City.
Good morning, folks. Good to see all of you. Alex Scale, Sam Pax, 5-star Ford in Carrollton, 5-star Chevrolet, U.S. Navy veteran from 1986 to 1990. We had a Carrollton City Circle this past weekend, every second Tuesday at Barrel and Bones. Good to see you, Irving. We had a couple visitors from the MetroCrest Chamber and the Historic Downtown Carrollton Association. And bottom line is, I'm going to a church service at 8:15 over here to be one of the few veterans that are there. Guys, get out in the community. There are not enough veterans that are out there. The young kids need to see that there are veterans that are out there because there's not many. So take care.
Very good. Alex, are you going to be at Liberty Park this afternoon?
I will be, yes.
Okay, look for me. I'll be in my Marine Corps League uniform. I should be there by 1600.
Gotcha there. I'll be as is.
Great encouragement. Get out there. Antonio, good morning.
Yes. Good morning. So my name is Antonio. I'm a Navy vet. I do, of course, insurance, personal and commercial, but I'm more focused on the risk management side. So I will be also leaving a little bit early so I could join an event. But if there's anything you need, give me a call. I'll help you out. And also, Jamie also does the same thing I do here. So either one of us is great.
Very good. Marcus Logan, are you still with us?
I am. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in the process of dropping my kid off to school.
Marcus, hold on. I'll come back to you.
All right, thank you.
Kyle Wentworth.
I am Kyle Wentworth, U.S. Army veteran. I'm an executive technology management, so CTO, CIO, CISO as a service. We also do business process modeling, and welcome anybody who's new.
Very good. Eugene, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Sorry, today my webcam is broken. I'm Eugene, Power Media CEO and United States and Taiwanese real estate broker. So I help the United States people who are interested about real estate. I can help in them and the sale and the buying. And also I'm a Power Media CEO, help the United States business owner creating about their own IT website site and the SEO, do the online marketing, online service. So I'm Eugene. Thank you very much.
Very good. Crystal.
Hi, good morning. Crystal with the Community Learning Center, Navy veteran. Happy to be here. Happy to connect. Good morning. That's all.
Welcome
Awesome.
back, Crystal.
Thank you.
Ken Olson.
Good morning, everybody. Kenneth Olson, Army veteran, veteran coordinator of PTSD Foundation of America for the DFW outreach. We help veterans with PTSD on a peer-to-peer level. Glad everybody's up to date. Appreciate it.
Very good, very good. And once again, just a reminder, keep putting those chat informations or your information's in the chat so we all have that. Michael Chavez. Gotcha.
Disturbing the Chief's coffee. I'm Michael Chavez, retired Chief Petty Officer, founder of Conspired Goal Setters, performance and mindset coach. I'm looking to build a team of people who are either unemployed or underemployed who want to transform their lives.
Very cool. Thank you, Michael. Tom, is it Basie?
Correct, Basie. Good morning, everybody. I'm Tom Basie with Basie Insurance. The way we support vets is even if they have TRICARE for life, most vets don't realize that for $0 a month, they can get a plan called Patriot from United Healthcare, a plan called Honor from Humana, or a plan called Eagle from Aetna. They can get those plans. They cost $0 months. They're advantage plans like you're on TV, and they even have the Part B give back in addition to stuff like the $0 gym membership and being able to go to dentist near them. So for you or somebody that you love, recognize that there are advantage plans available at $0 for these vets, and they have a Part B give back. Reach out. Let me know if I can be of assistance. Good to see everybody today. Happy Veterans Day.
So you're related to the count?
No, I'm not, but I use that as a nickname sometimes. But no, not related to Kim.
Very good. JB Harrington.
Hey, good morning, JP Harrington, Navy, 89-93. Let's see, I'm here just to connect with other business owners, to help other business owners protect and grow their businesses so that they don't have to suffer great expenses without protections in place. That's what I basically do.
Very good. Thank you, JB. Ron Jones, good morning.
Good morning to you. Ron Jones, Memorial Music. I'm a professional musician, pianist, vocalist, and want to announce that I have a very exciting recital that's going to happen this Saturday at 4:00 p.m. at the Heritage Ranch Golf Course and Country Club. So if you want to see some great performances from some great young musicians from age 4 through, I want to say age 70, but don't say that to her if you see her, because I'll get a whooping when I go back to her house. But we're going to have a great time. The Veterans Chamber is going to be represented there. You have a full page back cover ad in the booklet. So I look forward to hopefully seeing most of you there. Come out and support America's youth. Ron Jones, Memorial Music. Allow me to tickle your fancy. Oh, Army aviator, helicopter pilot.
Very good. Thank you, Ron. Bob Ernst.
Hey, good morning. Bob Ernst, retired Navy pilot, now certified financial planner and a certified exit planning advisor with Edward Jones. Let us know how we can help you out. And I will also have to jump off early for Veterans Day. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Bob. Jason Roberts just joined in.
Good morning, everyone. Jason Roberts, United States Army National Guard, retired Lieutenant Colonel on the engineer side. Here with VetX, a military veteran community app. This is one place, a one-stop shop for everything in the veteran and military ecosystem. If you're looking for information on disabilities by state, if you're looking for transitioning services, looking for a job, anything and everything, we look forward to have everyone on our app.
Very good. Definitely. We all got to get that downloaded and start using it as much as possible. Thank you, Jason. Marcus, I'm going to come back up to you. Looks like you're back and ready with us.
Absolutely. Thank y'all for having me. My name is Marcus Logan. I am a veteran medic. I just became a veteran-owned business in November the 1st. My company name is DreamWork Infusion and Wellness Center. I have a wellness center where I do treat people with depression, anxiety, and chronic pain. Also, we have a wellness side where we do hormone replacement and also do vitamin infusions. We have a website, dreamworkic.com. And today to Monday, 50% off for veterans. all our services.
Great information. And that information is also in the chat for all of us to see. Thank you, Marcus.
Yes, sir.
Now we're going to move on to our Circle City team leaders. I'm going to start with Christine Walker. Christine, you're muted. Work on that, Christine. Lloyd, how about you?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. Repeat after me. I'm alive.
I'm alive.
I'm awake.
I'm awake.
And I feel great.
I feel great.
So, guys, I say that every time because today's the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And guess what? You know, I'm not a preacher. So don't think I'm going to start preaching. My name's Lloyd Dobson. I'm retired Air Force, and I own a company called Electric Lloyd. I help people save money or reduce expenses, both for individuals and for business owners. So for business owners, I'm looking for referrals for people who might want to save money on their merchant processing, or individuals that might want to save money on their cell phone services. The rest of the people that I'm looking for in the chat box, as well as my calendar link, I really appreciate you reaching out and scheduling a one-on-one with me. Lloyd Dobson's Electric Lloyd. Thank you so much.
Very good. And now the unmuted Christine Walker.
Yes. My goodness, I don't know what happened. My mouse just quit. I couldn't do anything. Christine Walker, Double Duck Publishing and Addie's Veterans Magazine. We are national quarterly exclusive magazine written by vets for vets. And we have a lot of people who have been a part of us. And trust me, at some point, I'm going to reach out to every single one of you. And right now I'm in the middle of getting our winter issue put together. So I'm a little scatterbrained, but other than that, I'm good. United States Navy Corpsman, Desert Storm.
Very
Hey
good.
guys, don't forget to mention your chamber circle when Lee calls your name, please.
Oh, okay. We meet Crossroads City Circle at on 380 in Crossroads at Prairie House Restaurant at 11 every second Tuesday.
Awesome. Lloyd, can you give information about your circle?
I certainly can. We meet in Delaney's Irish Pub in McKinney. It's on the northeast corner of El Dorado and Ridge. We meet every first Wednesday of the month from 5:30 to 7:30. And last couple of weeks, the second actually, we had a really great meeting. I'm really sorry that some of you weren't there, but anyway, first Wednesday of the month, every month, 5:30 to 7, Delaney's Irish Pub.
Very
Y'all
good.
are going to make me move to Dallas because I've been in the wrong circles in Austin.
Well, we could have told you that.
Well, keep Austin weird. So
No thanks.
if you want to be part of that.
No.
Good. Now we're going to go to our board members. Irving, we'll launch it with you.
Good morning, everybody. Irving Chung. I'm the Director of Entrepreneurship for the Chamber. Happy to be here. I'm a passionate patriot. I help people by helping them understand and explore franchise opportunities. There's over 4,500 different franchises out there, something for every budget, every interest, every category. And franchising is great as a second income, third income, or as a primary income. So my services are free. Happy to talk to anybody who's just curious to learn more. So there's no cost or risk to get more educated. My contact's above and in the chat. Happy to be here.
Very cool. Very cool.
And did you talk about business and bullets?
Oh yeah, of course. So I also lead the Plano City Circle. It's actually a shooting and networking opportunity. So we meet at the Mission Ridge Gun Range, third Wednesday of the month. So coming up next week, the 16th, we meet at 5:30. We network till 6:30. If you're so inclined and interested, come and shoot with us from 6:30 to 7:30. There's plenty of firearms to share. So if you don't have one, feel free to just come anyway. And there'll be plenty of firearms for you to get your hands on. And we're happy to give some instruction as well if you haven't shot before. So yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody, hopefully.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, let's all join in there.
Oh,
with-
Lee has something new that he's going to bring in and play with the next event. So I
If
look
you-
forward to.
If you've never shot a 45-70 government round, get your shoulder pads over. I got 40 rounds that I've purchased. They're hard to find ammo right now in 45-70, but I got 40 rounds specifically for the chamber. And so we're going to have some fun next Wednesday night. And this thing, it looks like it leaves a hole about that big.
Yikes. Woo, that'll be fun.
Christine Dean.
Hello, I'm Christine Dean, your DFW networking diva, connecting you to who you want to know. If you want to be on my podcast, reach out. I love highlighting our business members here. So reach out to me. Love to help with that. I'm also the marketing director for the chamber. So if you want to know more about marketing or you want to get involved, you want to volunteer, reach out. We want to help and we want to keep that community working together. And I am a Blue Star mom and the baby just got home last night. So I'm enjoying his leave.
Yay. We're going to go on to our vice president, Master Sergeant, who I just affectionately call Top. The
There you
floor.
go. Jamie Bonetto, retired Master Sergeant Marine Corps, Gulf War veteran, Iraq and Afghanistan, retired police officer, and now I am selling insurance. I focus mainly on commercial, and like Antonio said, we try to advertise each other here a little bit. I do focus on commercial, but I'm also more focused on networking and educating. So I find that the more I educate business owners, the more I can get a good solid client. So if you know anybody, I'll reach out, let them reach out to me, and I like to teach them more about their policies and how to read their own stuff, so they don't have to be dependent on an agent.
Wow, that's awesome. My name is Lee Scott. I am proud to serve as one of the board members of this amazing group. I work for Dignity Memorial, and I know nobody likes to talk about that, but it is something that it's going to happen for all of us. If you have questions about your exit strategy, veterans have an exit strategy as soldiers, as airmen, as sailors, as Marines. We always have an exit strategy to get out of that fighting hole, we call it. Army, I think they call it a foxhole. I don't know why, because I've never seen many foxes in them. But I can help you prepare that. I also serve as the chaplain for the Marine Corps League in Rowlett, Texas, and I am the seniors minister at the Branch Church. If anybody wants to come to Liberty Park and Farmers Branch this afternoon, love to have you there. I would, being a preacher, love to leave you with a verse from 2 Timothy 1 and verse 7, I think is powerful for every veteran. For God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of self-discipline. And I can't think of a better verse to be reminded of who we are and what we are from our core right from the very get-go of Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day to all. Remember, yesterday was the best day of the year, the Marine Corps birthday, 247. Jamie and I, we don't look it, but we sure look good for 247 years old. Can I get an hoorah?
Hoorah. Me too. Don't forget me.
I saved the best for last. I saved the best for last. The most amazing Navy corpsman that has ever existed. Sorry, Christine. She is our president. I've got to boost her up here. She's not only our president, she does not only created me the most amazing website that I have ever seen. She is going to be our speaker today. And I have the floor turned over to the beautiful and talented Christy Rimmel.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I am a U.S. Navy veteran. I'm also an FMF corpsman from the Persian Gulf War, and it was quite a surprise that I'm the guest speaker today. I'm looking to see who's going to be speaking today, and I was like, oh, me. All right. So today, before I embark on that, I just want to remind you guys that if this is your family, if this is your chosen place to be week in and week out throughout the year, I would strongly suggest that when our members have events, that you commit to going to at least one event per quarter. And the reason is because we want to support each other, right? So we got to think about it. If this is our family and your family member has an event, and even though you don't want to go, you show up. So I don't want, what I want for next year is that we support each other and we show up to each other's events. It doesn't have to be all the time, and it doesn't have to be to every single event. Just pick one per quarter or two per quarter and commit to going. It is important because that is how we grow. You never know who's going to be there. You never know who you're going to meet. And even if you're showing up not really wanting to be there, you might end up saying, hey, this was a good thing that I showed up. I say that to myself all the time. To some events, I don't want to go. I show up anyways, and then I meet some great people, and I'm always thankful that I did go. So I'm going to start harping on that every week because I want us to support each other. Call each other and do a virtual coffee. You don't have to meet in person, but start calling each other and do that virtual coffee so that you know who to recommend when that need arises, right? So that we can start moving the chamber forward. I also put in the chat, I would like to have 1 or 2 sentences from each one of you as to why this chamber. Why do you show up every single week? Why not another group, right? So if you're part of our chamber memberships is not super expensive, extremely affordable. If you have questions about that, I will put my Zoom calendar in the chat. You can book an appointment with me. I will answer all of your questions. You can also go on our website and get the information. But let's help each other stay in business going into the new year and also grow the chamber. Invite 5 people a week, maybe 2 or 3 people will show up, right? But that'll help us because I can't do everything. I can't be the only one growing the chamber. We're a team, and the E is for everyone. There's no I in team. So just an E, right? So please invite people and help us grow, and let's be more of a family and be committed to showing up to events. All right, so I'm showing up to Ron's event tonight, and I think not tonight, tomorrow, and Christine is there as well. So just pick something that you think, okay, I'm gonna show up to that and commit to going. Okay, but then if you commit to going, you better show up, right? Show up, and show up with a lot of enthusiasm, and then talk really good about the chamber. All right. And then the other thing, I wanted to introduce Jamie. Jamie has graciously agreed to be our vice president, and he has a lot of great ideas. So we're going to be doing things slightly different going into the new year, a little bit more structure that we all need on the back end, not so much on the front end. But he has a lot of great ideas, and things are going to change for the better going into the new year. So thank you, Jamie, for stepping up and partnering with the board.
We'll start every meeting. We're going to start every meeting with push-ups and pull-ups. So just.
Yes, right. I can't do pull-ups or push-ups anymore, but yeah, just like my
disabilities won't allow that, Jamie.
Yeah. All right. So with that said, we're going to start about passion. So I will put all the links for you today. So I'm going to ask, and feel free to ask questions. This is very interactive, but what are you passionate about, right? Do you know exactly? Have you ever done a passion test? If you haven't, we have one for you, and it's free to do. It's a free micro degree. Can you all see my my screen, right?
Yes.
Passions. This free micro degree only has 11 little mini lessons. It probably doesn't take that long to do it, right? So if you're interested, I will put this in the chat later. But passions if you don't know what they are, this micro degree will help you figure out what your top 5 passions are. And the reason why you want to know what your passions are is because the more you aligned and the more you know yourself, the better person you're going to be, the happier you're going to be, right? So the less anxiety you're going to have, the less worries you're going to have. Your PTSD will probably calm down a little bit, right? So the more you know about yourself, the better you are going to function as a person. And I love what Genius U has done, because they have partnered with many different individuals so that we can have a little bit of personal growth with our business growth. And they are truly passionate about helping each individual succeed and find their flow. If you don't know yourself as a person, more than likely as a business owner, you're going to struggle. So that's one of the things that they always have in mind. What are your top 5 passions? And our passions are a variety. You can have many, many passions, but 5 of them will probably be the top 5. And you can always change them, right? Depending on the year, you can work on 1, you can work on 3. It really depends. But what they've done in Genius U is combined it with Eastern philosophy. And the reason being is because a lot of the Eastern philosophies are very much into the self development, the development of the person, right? Doing the right thing, taking care of yourself so that you can be a better person. It has nothing to do with religion or anything like that. It's a lot of personal growth. And the top 5 passions so for example, you have wealth, creativity, fame, relaxation, and achievement, right? But within those, actually, these are mine. These are my top 5 passions because I did the test. So I'm going to use myself. I was thinking, wow, those look a lot like my passions. And then I realized, well, they're mine because I'm on my micro degree. So these are my top 5 passions after I did the micro degree, right? And each of the 5 passions have like an energy, a frequency to them, right? So for example, your spring passions, and you will have 1 in each of the 5 the frequencies, right? So the spring energy, we're going to start with, all right, we'll just start with the spirit. Your spirit passion could be like the 5th one that you say, because that's all about you taking care of your soul and your mind and your inner being, right? And it includes being aware and connected, being balanced, learning about religion, your religion, or maybe a religion that you're interested in. And it's all about service. When we are passionate about serving people, then you're going to find a purpose in life, right? And so you're going to have a desire to help people. You're going to have a desire to do better yourself, because the better you do for yourself, the more you can do for others, right? So your spring passion. The spring passions is all about learning and creativity in art, sports, and achievement. And this is called like the wood energy. And it also has a desire to grow, but it's a little bit like stronger. Like you think of wood, right? It's hard to break. And it involves those kind of energies. The other thing why you want to know what kind of energy it is, because then you can spend time in those energies if you learn to associate it, right? So wood energy is about your environment and being around people, because some of these activities require people, right? So the spring passion, like teaching, it requires people, somebody for you to teach. Learning, it requires you to be in an environment where maybe somebody else is teaching you, but you're still around people, right? Art could be solitary, but it could also be fun with people. Sports, it requires other people. So spring passions are about wood and being surrounded with people. And if you know that, then you can pick and choose who are you going to surround yourself with, and who is going to like energize your body, right? Your mind. Summer passions. This also includes friends, but it's more about talking. It's more about, you know, like gathering with people. It could be maybe about walking with your favorite person, right? And it could be about leadership, right? Building relationships and connections, right? And you need this to be energized and fulfilled in your environment, right? And then also to get like that sense of fun and freedom, right? It's not monotonous. And so summer passions are good. Like, for example, in the summer, right? It's a good time to build those relationships and those connections because people are getting together naturally. They're having barbecues, they're going out to the park. So if one of your passions is in the summer, maybe you keep it in mind and you start picking, who do you want to hang out with? Who would be a good energy for you to be around, right? And kind of have fun with. Your autumn passions also include family, your health, your environment, travel. So if one of your passions is in the autumn realm, in the autumn energy, so maybe around autumn, maybe you want to take a trip. Maybe you want to spend more time outside relaxing when it's not so hot, right? This is about when and where, right? And it's also about your health and your loved ones, right? So that you can feel connected. All of the energies always have to do around family, whether it's your family or your chosen family, right? So just think, where is your family? Who do you want to hang out with? What do you want to do? And plan around your autumn passions to do something, bring that out, right? It frees you from distraction and it really energizes you and it gives you that sense of purpose. Your winter passions. Winter is really, really good to start planning for the next year, right? Which is all about wealth, business, career, productivity. This is around the time when people start thinking, what am I going to do for next year? Maybe I ought to switch careers, right? Maybe I want to do something new for the year, right? So if you know, if one of your passions is in here, so then you know, maybe right after autumn, we start going into like the fall and the winter, it's a good time to start planning what you want to do, right? This is about knowing, your desire to know what do you want to do for the next year, right? And it's about getting clarity and control and not feel exhausted, right? There's a lot of distractions, but if you know how to move through your passions throughout the year, then your life will be better. You'll think more clearly. You'll be able to design your life around your passions. And so, for example, if we go back here, and I know that these are my top passions, and I have 2 in the spring, right? You don't have to have like a passion in each one of the energies. I am very creative, right? So the spring for me is always fun. I love to create new art. So usually around January, I start thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to create? And for me, it's usually around art. So I usually create a painting for, or 2 or 3 or 5, depending how motivated I am. But I try to use that creativity and that energy to get me to be more excited about life and happy, because I'm always happy about creating art. If you ask me, if you did not have to lift a finger for the rest of your life and all your bills are taken care of, what do you want to do? For me, it's always art. I want to do art all the time. I'm always thinking about art. I'm always thinking about paintings or drawings that I want to do, right? So once you know what your different passions are, then you can start focusing and balancing your life around that, right? So now we're going into the winter. So it's all about business. And it's kind of funny because I started thinking about the chamber. How are we going to do the chamber? What are we going to do for next year? You know, and it was all centered around business. And the board can tell you that's all I've been talking about. It's like business, business structure, strategies, you know, inviting people, keeping track of how many people do we invite, how many people show up, how many people sign up. So it's been very much focused about not so much wealth, I'm going to become so wealthy, I'm going to stop working, but you need money, right? We all need money to pay the bills. So that's about wealth, right? How much money are we going to bring in to have the chamber function? What can we do with the extra funds that are coming in? You know, what can we plan? Different things like that. So winter is always good to plan for your business strategies, right? Summer, even though for me it says fame, is not really about like I'm going to become famous. It's more about what am I going to do to get out there, network, talk about the chamber, talk about what we're doing, that kind of thing. And so the summer for me is always very busy because I try to get out and network and show up to different activities and bring like business cards and just network. And I'm always thinking about the chamber. How can we get the word out? What can we do, right? So you can, depending on what your passions are, because we all have different passions, but the energies is going to fall into one of the 5 energies. So once you know that, then you can plan those activities, and you're going to know this, right? So that for the new year, you know exactly, oh, so these are my 5 passions, and I'm going to work on each one of these passions throughout the year, because you're going to know exactly when to work on them, right? So autumn for me is when I do tend to relax. I tend to be a little bit more lazy because the weather's changing. So I do look for a lot more relaxation. And for example, like yesterday, I stopped working at 4. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to relax, forget about the world. Work will always be there. So I'm going to relax. So Kendra and I had dinner. Honey, my little puppy, had mushed food because she can't eat solid food for these 9 days. So I mushed her food and she ate hers while we ate dinner, and we just kind of chit-chatted and relaxed. And I feel super energized. I don't know if you can tell, I'm like super hyper because my energy got rejuvenated because I had a chance to relax yesterday, right? And so that's kind of something that you might want to keep in mind, right? And then my other passion obviously is around achievement, and it's about achieving my goals. For me, achievement could be many different things, so it really is subjective. What does it mean to you, right? For me, when we're going to go into the creativity, for me, then it goes into achieving, right? I'm going to set things in motion. I'm going to be creative. I'm going to do the high level planning. And then I'm going to bring my support team, which is my board. And then we're going to go into achieving those things that we have set in place for the new year, right? With a team, because a lot of the times you can't do it by yourself. So sometimes, depending if you're a solopreneur, so then you have to wear many hats, and it's totally okay. So you can move into the 5 different frequencies more if you plan ahead of time, right? So I know I went a little bit fast because I wanted to leave time for questions. Anybody have questions, comments? You guys
Can you reiterate? You're going to put something in the chat to where we can take that assessment you were saying?
Yes, I'm going to go do that right now.
Christy, you do a lot of things with Genius U. Do you have a relationship with that entity?
I have been involved with them since 2014 when I first took my first course with them. And then I actually work for them on the back end. So I am one of the what they call Genius Igniters. And I help people when they call in and they book an appointment, they sometimes end up with me and we talk about where they want to be in business. So I kind of like a business consultation, and then I direct them to different courses that they can take within Genius U. And one of the things I always ask if they have done those free micro degrees, because that really sets you for success with some of the courses that they'll be taking.
Would you take or maybe Genius U already has a process for this. Not knowing what courses that they have that would be recommended courses to take. I have an account with Genius U that I've had for quite a while. I've just never realized I had the account until our discussions came up with you. I took a course with them a long time ago. You're in the 100,000 points. I'm at 64. So, so if you have a document, a PDF or something that says, now you're here, here's what to do first.
So if you are getting from the Office of the President newsletter, I'm walking you through the process every 2 weeks. And I'm doing it every 2 weeks because some of the micro degree courses have like 11 lessons, right? And you are not going to do them all in one day. So it might take you a couple of days. But if you are not getting that newsletter, maybe Christine can check for you. Okay. So everything that I'm teaching as I'm teaching it, you are getting it on the on that newsletter with the links, right? So a little bit of explanation, it gives you a link. I do have a PDF. I will be happy to pull it out and put it in the chat room for you. But yes, so that is where you start. You usually start at the very, very beginning and is taking all of these free assessments so that if you choose to purchase a course, then you know exactly, you're more prepared. And if any of you, they have different courses. We're going to actually be doing some of those courses as a group for those people that want to do them. And we're probably going to be doing them starting in the new year. I was thinking about that. But yeah.
Okay.
Does that answer your question? And I put the link to this course in the chat already.
Christy, the original or the initial evaluation from the link that you sent us, how long should we prepare to go through that first initial step?
The very first link I sent you, it really depends. So some of, let me see. Some of them are like answer 15 questions and then it'll give you, yeah, okay. So your Genius really is like answer these 15 questions and it goes, so it might take you like 10 minutes and then it gives you what your Genius is, right? If you want to know what your wealth dynamics profile is, I have to issue you a token because that's a $97 cost, but to the free members, I'm doing it for free. But I have to give you a token for that. And then that'll tell you if you're a creator, if you're a Lord, and each of those profiles have different energies. So for example, I'm a creator, which means that I tend to think high level overview, right? But I'm not like so great at implementing. I can, but I prefer not to.
Okay.
A mechanic is a person that likes to tweak, exactly the word mechanic. A mechanic is always looking, how can we improve things? How can we do things better? And so that would be a mechanic. A Lord is a person that likes data, is always analyzing things, right? Looking at, okay, show me the data. And one of the reasons why you might want to know that is because if you're able to identify your client when you're talking to them by the questions that they're asking, and you are then able to speak at the same frequency that they are wanting the information, then number one, you can provide better service to them, actually give them the value that they're looking for, and your closing rate will be higher, right? So you don't want to, so for example, a Lord, they like data, but if you don't know that, and they're always giving you clues, but if you're not picking up on the clues and you're giving them the high level overview, right? That's not data. And they're going to go, well, let me think about it. Let me just, I don't know about this. I got to think more. And it's not that you didn't have something of value or that they could not use it. You're just not speaking in the terms that they wanted to see, right? Lords also like to think. So you give them the data And then you go, why don't you think about it for a couple of days? Like, let's make an appointment and then we'll answer any other questions. And usually they will call you before the appointment and say, okay, I'm ready to sign in. Just because you gave them the time and the space to think, right? So it's not for manipulation, it's so that you can communicate better.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Other questions? All right.
We have a very lively crowd this morning.
I know. Usually, like, you guys are always asking questions. Now I don't get anything. It must be Veterans Day.
Well, it was a great presentation, but I think the reason not a whole lot of questions is because you covered most of the stuff that's important. And plus, this is definitely one of those things where if someone has questions, they're probably going to get off you in sidebar and talk to you about them.
I got a question.
Yes.
So I have some books here. One is called Strengths Finder. And so you talk about going through a series of questions. So how are those questions derived and how are they determined as to what your passions are?
Well, actually, Roger James Hamilton spent like 5 years developing this. And there is a video. So if you want to watch the video, it's actually in the free micro degree. So you can just listen how that was developed, but it does have a lot of psychology in it. It has a lot of Eastern philosophy in it, and then they combined it to put it together. But it would be similar to the Strength Finder test. It's similar to like the DISC test, right? But they also packaged it and put it into their own package, right? Because you have to be different in order to make it your own. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, I just found the personal compass, so I'm trying to upload it into here on my computer. Okay, it's being uploaded, and the personal compass PDFs have all the links that I've been sending on the newsletter from the president combined. The only one that's missing is your profile, because again, like I said, that one I need to issue a token for that. All right. Well, with that said, I hope I was able to enlighten you guys in this Friday morning, very quiet Zoom session.
You were just too good at it is what it was. It was a great explanation. So,
well, yesterday was the Marine Corps birthday, so some of us are not very uppity right now.
I think a lot of people are spending time thinking about why they joined, giving you the answer for those two sentences you wanted. So it took me a while to kind of go back and, go back to 2 years ago and remember, why did I join this chamber? So
yes, and you've been here very consistently. You're one of our founding members, and I absolutely appreciate that.
Not a problem.
All right. So to our new guests, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. We have 2 membership options. One is a yearly membership, and then the other one is a monthly membership. Both of them are super inexpensive. And then if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Yeah, there's a lot of great benefits that, in being a member. So definitely take the time to talk to Christy just to learn more about how it can help you, to grow personally and professionally. So definitely reach out to Christy. Christy, great talk today. It's always great to revisit your why. So much of life, we fall into a rut and we just kind of get up and become robotic. And, life's just a little bit less fulfilling when you don't remind yourself kind of what we're doing it here for. So I think tests like this and you know, assessments like that are always great to do on a regular basis. So you had a great talk. I think part of it was I'm just anxious to get, you know, use the link and kind of get a little bit deeper. And when I do, I'll reach out to you to talk more about the results.
Yeah, and if you guys go on Genius U, because you'll have to set up an account, right? But those links are free, so you just set up your account. You take the passion test or any of the other links that are on that PDF, and then if you want to purchase a course, but you don't know where to start, just let me know. I will be happy to guide you as to what course to take, because there's thousands, and it's hard to know where to start, right? And that's one of the things that I do for Genius U is I talk to business owners from all over the world, and literally Australia, New Zealand, Africa, India, China. I mean, everywhere. I talk to them 2 or 3 times a week, and then I guide them. And if they have questions, they usually come back to me because they're like, you did such a great job. What else do I need to do next? Or I'm stuck here, right? I've just about done most of their courses, so I'm pretty well versed in what they do and how they function. So if you have any questions, reach out to me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone, remember, if you want to meet in person, you know, I put the Business and Bullets details in the chat. There's other city circles. Again, Alex mentioned he and I had a great, you know, chance to connect this Tuesday at Barrel and Bones. Michael Chavez, thanks for the invite to be part of your podcast. That was an awesome experience. So, you know, definitely reach out and connect with others. So happy Veterans Day. Have a fantastic weekend. Put your jackets or dig out your jackets from your closet. It's going to be a chilly week. So,
and if you are able to go to Ron's concert, show up. You know, it's only $10 at the door, so bring cash and come on in and enjoy a recital. And it's amazing, like professional pianists playing, even though they're little kids and adults. You won't be traumatized, because sometimes you go to children's recitals and they can't play. These kids can actually play.
If they're taught by Ron Jones, I expect nothing but the best.
Yeah.
If Ron is still in here, can you post the information link again on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Christine, can you do that?
The Heritage Ranch.
I don't know how to do that.
I think I have it. Hold on.
And as she said, it's $10.83. You can only pay cash or a check, or you can send it to me when I'll be there. You can Venmo it to me, and then I can pay it, or Cash App or Zelle.
Okay, I got the flyer, so let me post it.
Thank you.
All right, it's in the chat. It's at 4, so not too late, not too early. So go have lunch or late lunch, or go Thanksgiving, Christmas shopping. Show up at Ron's, you know, for an hour or 2, and then go home and talk about how great the kids are, right?
Christy, that link is not correct, I don't think.
Which one?
The one you just posted?
I didn't post a link. I posted the image, the PDF.
I just dropped the link in. So it's the heritageranchtickets.com, and you can buy the tickets there.
I wouldn't recommend it. That's kind of tough. Really, it's not a ticket that you're going to buy when you go to the website. That's a placeholder. You still have to pay at the door.
There you go.
Well, the graphic is in the chat, right? With all the information. So just bring cash.
I can't open it either.
That's okay. We'll see you there.
Did you download
for
it?
the performance at 4 p.m.
Okay,
Yeah, I downloaded
so hold
that.
on, guys.
I downloaded that and opened it, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you guys make this too complicated.
Okay, real quick. I'm going to show you, Christy, when I open it up, what I see. I'm going to share. Let me share
Here,
screen.
can you
There it
guys
is
see
right
this?
There it
Take a
is.
screenshot.
That's beautiful. Oh my God.
Yeah, you got to download it first, and then you can open it.
That's gorgeous.
That is. Who designed that?
Why, thank you.
Oh, Christine, you're such a talented gal. That's beautiful.
Hey, we have two of the most talented women in America on this call.
Guaranteed.
Oh, he's going for those brownie points today. Well done, Ron.
I'm just
All
telling
right,
the truth.
everybody
Everything that I
gotta-
work, everything I do company wise, Christy has designed, and then you do all my social media stuff. So I'm in good hands.
And you said
All
the
right,
tickets were
everybody gotta-
$10.83.
Yes, because they have to charge tax,
Okay.
So just bring $11 cash.
and they will have change there.
All right, everybody got that?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Irvin.
So
I posted our Zoom, or not our Zoom, our podcast in LinkedIn.
Excellent. Yeah, I got your link, and I posted it as well.
Okay.
I shared it, yeah, on my platform. So.
all right, guys, it's 8:32. Thank you so
All
much
right.
for being here. Really appreciate it. Have a good Veterans Day, good Marine Corps ball this weekend, and